Hey, what's going on? Carlos here. So what I want to do in this video is jump into one of the first things you can do when jumping online and starting your business, um, leveraging digital marketing, right? And this is going to be your digital research. This is going to be the first step you will take online to see where you stand amongst the competition. And I'm going to go through these four core things that we look at, that we share with local business owners, because if you get these four core things done, you'll be way ahead of your local competition and you'll basically future proof your Google My Business listing. All right. So this is going to be the first step to your digital research. First and foremost, I appreciate you even jumping on this and taking your time out of your day to look at this content. Um, we create this content to help you gain an advantage in the marketplace. And what most agency owners won't show you is some of the things that you need to know, like some of these deep dive types of things. So this is what we're going to jump into. So let's talk about engaging with consumers. We're going to talk about highlighting your business and gaining insights and improving your local SEO. So let's jump into the first one here. Engaging with your customers. So this is what I want you to do. You're going to follow this step by step. And what I want you to do is type in your business. So for instance, we'll do Plumber Boston. So this is relevant to any industry. So if you're a plumber, electrician, dog walker, anything that you can take and create a business listing for, just type in your best keyword, something you want to show up for in your city, right? And just see, when you scroll down here, just look at the map area, right? You're going to see the top three. And if you're not in the top three, what you want to do is just click on more businesses, and just see where you're at, right? And the first step I want you to do is engaging with your consumers. So Google's rolling out chat features. I'm going to click on one here. So let's do South End Plumbing here. Let's see what's going on here. So Google's rolling out chat features, which means that if I were to see your Google listing, I'm going to jump on and I may, leave a review or leave a message. Let's see if you can leave a message for this client here. I don't see anywhere. Well, look, so ask a question. So you want to engage with your consumer. So if they have a question about what you offer, where you're located, prices, anything, and they come through this listing here, you want to make sure you respond to that. You want to engage with the consumers, right? Google sees that, the algorithm sees that. Also, responding to reviews. So even if they leave a 2-star or 1-star review, you want to make sure you respond to those reviews. So these are the best ways of doing that, right? The chat feature, and responding and reaching out about reviews. So you want to make sure you're active. You're on your listing. You're active. You're talking to your customers, right? So if they ask a question, you want to answer the question the best way you know how, or have somebody ready that's managing your listing in house or otherwise to respond to that in a timely manner, and that's going to get you boosted. Number two is highlighting your business. Now, this means pretty much on the back end, when you create your Google My Business listing, or you have somebody do it for you, you want to make sure that you have the name, address, phone number set up the right way. You have your website attached to this listing. You want to make sure the forwarded number is the right phone number to your office. You want to make sure you have your listing, your hours listed, the areas you serve. You just want to make sure you go in and deck it out. Add as many photos as you can of your industry, what you're doing on the job, and making sure you just respond to reviews. That's going to be huge. But on the back end, you'll have options to deck this listing out, right? Google will also see that as a signal that you're active, you're a real business, and you're talking with your consumers, and you're pushing out content and information about your business to provide the best highlights for your business. So you'll see here, like, you could pause the video, but link to your website, anything you offer, details, what makes you different. You just want to make sure you stay on top of that. Number three is to gain the insights. Now, this is more behind the scenes um, of creating the listing. So whoever's managing your listing will be able to see that, or if you're doing it yourself, there'll be a tab of information on the back end of it that will help you get insights, meaning like how many people have actually clicked on your listing, how many times you've answered the phone, how many times you're engaging with your consumers. Did anybody ask for directions to your store if you're a storefront? Is your category right? So if you're a plumber, you want to make sure you're listed as a plumber. So let's see. Oops. So let's see here. Let's go back. Oops. So do they have that they're listed as a plumber here? It should be on here somewhere. I'm pretty sure it is over here. Let's see, right here, plumber. So you want to make sure you have everything tied in, and then Google's going to actually, the more you have things put together, the more organized you are, the more information Google's going to provide you, and more they're going to show you up for somebody searching for your information. So make sure that you have everything tied in so they can provide you with those insightful pieces of information you can take and boost with that information as well. So you want to make sure everything's, dialed into a T. And last but not least, improve your local search engine optimization, meaning, you just want to make sure you're ranking for, the ads and the websites that, that's if somebody types in what you're offering, you want to pop up. And I think by doing these top 3 things, you'll be more than halfway there, because most competitors are not taking the time to do this digital research, right? They're not figuring out who has more reviews. So if I'm South End Plumbing, I want to see who also has more reviews than me. I want to see, are they open 24 hours? How many years they've been in business, right? You want to just see what the competition is doing. So if you are below, let's say you're at the bottom of page 1 here, if you're Narrowway Plumbing and Heating, you're like, why am I down here? So you want to scroll to the top and see what they're doing, right? And if they're doing these top 3 things for their listing, you want to pretty much copy their blueprint, and you want to be able to boost your listings copying what they're doing or even doing better, because 9 times out of 10 some of them are not doing it, and you would want to be the one on the forefront of that. So improving your local search engine optimization is crucial, and when somebody types in anything that has to do with plumbing or anything for your industry, you want to pop up number 1 in that map area. So let's click on it again. So you're looking here, and you see South End Plumbing is number 2. So you want to be in one of these top 3 spots here, right? And by doing this digital research, and putting a plan in place to make sure you hit on all 4 of these things pretty much every day or every week, will get you ahead of the competition. So you see that South End Plumbing is number 2. So they're probably rotating between the top here. So you'll see that you have Roto-Rooter, which is a national company, and then South End Plumbing and T-Flow. So Google is like, hey man, these guys, this company's doing these top 4 things right. So let's reward them with showing their local listings first. So that's the first steps you want to take for your digital research. Of course, there's, another important part of this is the ongoing maintenance and making sure that you're monitoring the competition to see if they're doing their digital research right, because they could be coming in to take your spot. So you want to make sure you're on top of that. You want to make sure you're always updating photos, talking with the customers, responding to reviews, and see what your if you're not here, like I said, click on more businesses and see what the top 3 are doing, and emulate that, and incorporate it into your business. And then long before you know, you'll be ahead of the competition, getting those phone calls, generating revenue, and running a successful business using your digital assets. All right, so I just wanted to share this video with you guys. Thank you so much for logging on, clicking on. Have any other questions, feel free to go back to the website you came from and reach out, and we'd be more than happy to answer any questions. See you on the other side.